What's good, YouTube? So I just recently watched a video by Net Sugar, Sugar, something. I'll write it down below in the description box. You know what I'm saying? My bad if I mess up your name. This is a really old topic of hers. She did her video um over a year ago, but it is such an important issue to me because I am a mother and I'll be ready for a relationship in one of these days. Um, uh, yeah, I'm actually not one of those people who want to jump into a relationship because I am conscious about how that affects my daughter. But I still have some opinions about it because of previous relationships. I actually left a comment on her video, and if you go and check them out, you'll see my comment there. But I'm going to kind of replay that. She was having trouble with her son and combining, getting her son to actually accept the person that she was with in her life. And I kind of had a reversed situation of that and wanted to make a video of that because I think it is important for lesbians who are getting into relationships with women who have kids. And I'm going to say that mostly this would be studs getting into a relationship with femmes who have kids. Not necessarily all of the combinations are like that, but I'm just giving a general view, if there is such a thing as a general view. Dang, I lost my whole train of thought. That's why I never look at the screen, because I be losing my train of thought, for real. Be looking at the time. Oh yeah, my previous experience. That's where I was. Okay, yeah, I was, the situation was reversed. She knew that I had a child and thought that she was ready for, that. And my advice to you or anybody getting in a relationship with anybody, if you have tried it before and it is not, it hasn't worked, it hasn't ended well, you need to start looking inside yourself or accept the fact that you can't be in a relationship with anybody that has kids. Don't get into a relationship, well, this is something that I'm going to try. No. Because for one, you play with the child's emotions in that relationship as well as the mother or, the first parent or whatever. You play with their emotions on that level. And not only if the relationship ends badly like mine did, because you're trying everything you can to accept a child that didn't come from you, and you weren't a part of the decision to even make that child, yet you are taking on a parenting role. That is something that you need to understand before you even step into that situation, before you even get involved. That needs to be a number one question. If you're not good with kids, if you don't like kids, but yet you like this person, you need to like her enough to tell her that you don't like kids, and that's not something that you can change about yourself. She might be hurt and she might be pissed, and she probably will be hurt and pissed, and she might even go off on you for being a jerk, whatever, but in the long run she'll thank you for being honest. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that you have to deal with. Because if not, if you don't say that, and you have to work on, looking at all the reasons, and basically all it boils down to is that this baby ain't yours, and it's a huge responsibility. And if you're definitely not in it for the long haul, and you really, really, honestly aren't, planning on spending the rest of your life with somebody, don't get involved in a relationship. And that's something that keeps me standing back. And like Netta, whatever. Sorry, boo, I messed up your name. But like her, I am really leery about, putting people around my child and having them accept them as something that's going to be a permanent part of her life. Because my mother, my parents aren't together, and my mother just put whoever in my life and expected me, to get along with them. And it doesn't work like that either. You can't do that, for all my mothers out there watching this video. You can't just slap two people together and expect, it to all go down all gravy and stuff. They have to have time to get used to each other, and it needs to be an integration process with everything. You can't just be like, well, this is what I'm doing, and you have to accept that because you're a kid. That's not going to work. It did not work for me. That was my mom's style. It's not going to work for you. For you to have harmony inside your own house, and everybody deserves that. I might actually have to make a second video because this is huge issue, you know what I'm saying? So that's just a couple of things. I don't honestly know what else I want to add after I done told myself about the time, but this is something that I'm really passionate about. So just because I've been the child in a relationship where I didn't get along with the person that my mother was with, and I've been in another situation where the person I was with didn't get along, or had a problem with my child to the point of trying to alienate her from my life. And we had arguments all the time. Like, you knew she was she was a part of the deal from the beginning. So just be real, just be honest, and accept that there is a third party involved in a relationship with a child, and be ready to handle that. And I'm going to do a follow-up video on some of the ways that you can handle a relationship like that. And one of them is being open-minded and knowing that her feelings were valid. Those were her feelings, and she just wasn't ready to move forward on that. And eventually that was something that I accepted, and we were no longer together. But my child wasn't old enough to understand that, and it hurt her in the long run, which made me I'm gonna just say it made me a lot angry, you know what I mean, that I had to deal with the fact that she just banged out. And she ain't even bang out for somebody with no kids. She banged out with somebody, with more kids than I had. Let me put it that way. But anyways, I'm gonna cut this off now, and I'm gonna do the follow-up video. So stay tuned.